A six-figure salary is not the finish line. It's the starting line of a race you're designed to lose. For years, I did everything you're supposed to do. I got the degree, climbed the corporate ladder, and chased bigger paychecks. On paper, my life looked like a massive success. But 3 years ago, I stared at my bank account and a terrifying reality hit me. Despite making a great salary, I was just one emergency away from zero. This is a quiet trap that millions of high earners are in right now. In fact, studies show that nearly half of people earning over $100,000 are living paycheck to paycheck. Economists call them Henrys. High earners, not rich yet. That night, I realized the financial system I trusted was a lie. Today, I'm showing you the math they don't teach in schools. The formula that proves why your job alone will never make you wealthy, and how you can use it to build an escape plan, starting with your very next paycheck. We're all told that the big breakthrough comes from a bigger salary, but this is one of the most dangerous myths of modern life. Your job is not a wealth-building tool. It's a tool for your employer to keep you trading your time for their profit. Let's look at the math that keeps you trapped. First, your salary grows in a straight line. It's linear. Imagine starting a job at $62,000 with a generous $3,720 raise each year. After 10 years, you'd be making just under $100,000. Not bad. After 30 years, you'd hit about $173,600. It's a good living, but it's a flat, predictable, and very limited path. Your income is always capped by the hours in your day. The second part of the trap is the silent killer: lifestyle inflation. As your income goes up, so does your spending. The nicer apartment, the newer car, the fancier dinners. What was once a luxury is now your new expensive normal. This isn't greed. It's a perfectly designed system to keep you running. And here's a question for you. How much has your new normal cost you in the last year alone? Your expenses are engineered to rise and meet your income. This leaves almost nothing for building actual, lasting wealth. Your bigger salary isn't making you richer. It's just buying you a more comfortable prison cell, so you have a linear income and a lifestyle that eats it. But it gets worse. Powerful, invisible forces are working against you. The first is taxes. Your paycheck is taxed at some of the highest rates. Imagine earning $8.7 million over your entire 35-year career. Sounds like a fortune, doesn't it? But after federal and state taxes, over $3 million is gone before you see a dime. That leaves you with about $5.7 million in take-home pay. Still a lot, but a huge piece of your life's work vanishes instantly. The second force is far more corrosive: inflation. Think of your earnings as a bucket of water. Inflation is a slow, steady leak. The average inflation rate robs your money of half its value every 25 years. So that $5.7 million in take-home pay, it might only have the purchasing power of around $3 million in today's dollars. It's enough for a comfortable life, but not the foundation of real freedom. This system creates a massive and growing inequality gap. We can measure this with something called the Gini coefficient. 0 means perfect equality, and 1 means total inequality. The United States has the highest Gini coefficient of all G7 nations. This means the top 20% of earners take home over half of the country's income, while the bottom 20% are left with just over 3%. The system is not built for the wage earner to get ahead. Relying on a salary is like trying to outrun your own shadow. The wealthy know this. The game isn't about earning more. Federal Reserve data shows the top 1% don't get there from income, they get there from ownership. They own assets. They own businesses. They own the system. They understand the path to wealth isn't a straight line. It's an exponential curve. If a salary is a trap, what's the way out? You don't have to quit your job tomorrow. You just have to change its purpose. Stop seeing your salary as money to spend. See it as the fuel for your escape plan. You have to switch from a linear model to an exponential one. This brings us to the code that separates the rich from the middle class. It looks like a simple formula, but 99% of people never use its true power. A equals P, open parenthesis, 1 plus R over N, close parenthesis, to the power of, open parenthesis, NT, close parenthesis. Let's decode this, because this is your freedom. A is your future wealth, your escape number. P is your principal, the money you start with. Your salary is where you get this fuel. R is your rate of return. This is the power of your engine, is how often it compounds. This is your engine's efficiency, and T is time. This is your runway, and it's the most precious part. While your salary crawls in a straight line, This formula creates a curve that starts slow, then explodes vertically. Think about it this way. What if instead of a fixed raise, you got a 5% raise each year? For the first few years, the linear raise seems better, but after year 5, the 5% exponential raise pulls ahead and never looks back. After 30 years, the linear salary is $173,000. The exponential salary? Over $268,000. That's the power of the curve. But here's where your entire life can change. What if your salary isn't the thing that grows, but is the funding for something else that grows exponentially? The historical average return of the S&P 500 is around 10% per year. This is your R, your rate of return. This is your new engine. Your job is no longer the destination. It's the launch pad. Let's run the numbers on an $80,000 salary. If you spend it all, your wealth stays at zero. But what if you live on less and invest 20% of your income? That's $16,000 a year, or about $1,333 a month. Invested consistently at that average 10% return, after 10 years, you'd have over $250,000. After 20 years, you'd have over $850,000. And after 30 years, you'd have nearly $2.4 million. That is the escape hatch. That is the mathematical proof that your actions, not your paycheck, determine your future. I know the next question, but how do I find that extra money to invest? And how do I get a good return? For most people, the answer isn't just saving every penny. The most powerful solution is to increase your income. As someone with extensive experience in the financial markets, I've learned how to generate additional profit, even starting with a small amount of capital. In my Telegram channel, lose.Austin on Fin, I share exactly how to do this. I break down the strategies I use to find these opportunities in the market. The link is in the description below. Now let me give you a mental shortcut to make this crystal clear. The rule of 72. Divide 72 by your interest rate to know how many years it takes for your money to double. Let's say you get an average 3% salary raise. 72 divided by 3 is 24. It will take 24 years for your salary to double from raises alone. Now look at an investment earning an average of 10% a year. 72 divided by 10 is 7.2. Your money doubles every 7.2 years. Imagine two people, both 30 years old, with $50,000 saved. Person A keeps it in a low-yield savings account, relying on their salary. Person B invests that $50,000 into the market, aiming for that 10% return. By age 37, person B has $100,000. By age 44, they have $200,000. By age 58, they have $800,000. Ask yourself, which person's timeline are you currently on? This isn't magic. It's math. The gap between them isn't from income. It's from who put their money to work. The biggest mistake is waiting. The T in our formula, time, is your most valuable asset. Delaying by just a few years can cost you millions in the long run because you miss the most powerful part of the curve, the explosion in the later years. This isn't just about stocks, it's a complete mindset shift. Every dollar you earn is not something to be spent. It is a soldier you can send out to fight for your freedom. Some can go to stocks, others to real estate or a small side business. The goal is to diversify away from the single point of failure, your 9-to-5 job. I was trapped by the idea that a bigger salary meant more wealth. Now I know the truth. Your job will not make you rich. It's a mathematical certainty. Your salary is linear, but wealth is built exponentially. Your earnings are eaten by taxes, inflation, and lifestyle creep. But your salary isn't your enemy. It's the most powerful tool you have to buy your freedom. Its purpose isn't to fund your lifestyle. It's to fund your escape plan. It is the P in our formula, the fuel for the engine of compounding. The single most important financial decision is not the job you take. It's the percentage of your income you choose to invest and how early you start. Studies of millionaire households show a consistent habit of investing a significant portion of their income. The difference is a simple habit applied over time. You are not a failure for feeling stuck. The system is designed to keep you stuck. But now you have the math. You have the formula. You have a choice. Stop playing a game you're guaranteed to lose and start playing the one where your money works for you 24/7. If you're ready to apply this formula, I invite you again to my Telegram community, lose.Austin on Fin. There, I'll show you how to increase your income and take the first real step toward owning your future. The link is in the description. The math doesn't lie, and it doesn't care about your excuses. Start today.